We are not going to relent until she is in prison. Long Island woman, 78. Brand's neighbor a vicious psychopath after she was charged with forging deed to $350,000 home she's lived in for 70 years. An elderly Long Island woman who lost ownership of her $350,000 home to a neighbor who allegedly forged her signature on the deed has vowed to pursue her until she is in prison. Rosemary has also branded Aurelia Sugia a vicious psychopath. Sugia, 35, pleaded not guilty to forgery and theft after being arrested last week for paying $10 to transfer the deed of Mika's home into her name. She lives next door in a home owned by Mika's neighbor. The 78-year-old was only aware that this lady Sugia made a mistake. She thought that I was senile, and because I am semi-disabled and walk with a cane, she thought I would be a pushover. Boy, was she wrong. Mika pictured told Dye home ownership had been transferred after receiving a letter from the Nassau County Clerk's office. Mika says that Sugia pictured took the title of her home in October 11, 2022. 2 weeks later, she received a letter from the county clerk's office informing her of the deed transfer. Stealing the title to people's homes is the fastest rising crime in America. They target elderly, people who are living alone who paid off their mortgage. I paid off my mortgage years ago, Mika said. Mika then contacted police, and Sugia was arrested last week Friday. The elderly woman also paid $850 to a handwriting analyst to examine the signature, and her lawyer said the forgery was established to a certainty. On my client's behalf, I brought an action to set aside the deed almost immediately after my client became aware of the deed. Mark Goidel said, Mika claims that Sugia wouldn't leave her alone last summer and she refused to let the younger woman into her house. She's a liar and a criminal. I will absolutely get my house back, Mika said. So far, the legal battle to regain ownership of her home have topped $12,000 and some of her family members are helping her out financially. When Sugia, who made bail after being arrested last week, was asked about the charges against her by DailyMail.com, she said, I don't know what you're talking about. Her lawyer, Lawrence Cara, told NBC New York that Mika gave Sugia the house as a gift. We are vehemently contesting it. We've entered a plea of not guilty, he said. She provided services and she stayed there from time to time as a caring, loving aide. Cara said there is conflicting evidence that will show Sugia did not forge the deed. Sugia said she has recorded conversations between her and Mika, confirming the transfer of the home. She also provided stickers from their visit to the county building on the day the deed was signed over, arguing that Mika was there and willingly handed over the property. Mika's attorney said Sugia's documentation and audio records are fabricated. Sugia is next due in court on Thursday. Follow us, like this page and click notification button for news around the world. Thank you.